Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Renton Reflects. Tim Burton has often been viewed as an eccentric filmmaker, but he does at least understand his characters, particularly the type who are considered as outcasts in society. This film is a prime example of that. In this film, an elderly inventor creates an artificial human named Edward in his dark, Gothic castle. But then, an unfortunate tragedy strikes for the inventor, leaving Edward unfinished and possessing literal scissors in place of his hands and fingers. A woman named Peg discovers Edward and decides to have him stay with her and her family in a suburban neighborhood that exists far below the castle. Now, this neighborhood is practically cookie cutter, where all the houses pretty much look exactly the same, except that they're all painted in different solid colors, and the community consists of a mix of both open-minded and closed-minded individuals. The more Edward gets integrated into the community, the more he discovers more about himself and is able to put his scissor hands to good use. Certain conflicts do come into play, like Edward developing a crush on Peg's teenage daughter, Kim, and certain things do begin to take a change for the worse along the way. Tim Burton has once acknowledged that this film represents self-discovery and isolation, and I can definitely see that. What I also see in this film is a prime example of what can happen when you have a society that's not exactly ready to deal with something that's unusual or misunderstood. And this is expressed in a poetically beautiful kind of way, with a strange yet enticing charm put into its atmosphere. Through its extravagant visual designs, musical scoring, and storytelling techniques, it allows the viewer to truly sympathize with Edward as he tries to fit into society, despite his limitations. A lot of subtlety was apparently put into the creative process, making it interesting, distinctive, and unique. Even with the serene, grim, and lightly humorous moments, there are a few poignant moments that actually turn out to be ingenious. So, I might consider this film as a tragically beautiful one, kind of like a modernized version of the classic horror story, Frankenstein, with a small hint of Beauty and the Beast thrown in there. There may be a few minor faults in this modern fairy tale, but much like the classic story of Beauty and the Beast, it wonderfully illustrates the idea that beauty can be found within. On a scale between 1 and 10, I give this film an 8. It's really good and definitely worth checking out. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes my review. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.